Welcome back. Mpumalanga Finance MEC Bonakele Majuba is set to present his provincial budget today. This address will highlight the province's financial priorities and how funds will be allocated for the year ahead. Watching the story is SABC News reporter Nhlanhla Jele, joining us now live from Mbombela. And Mpumalanga also having its fair share of issues, Nhlanhla, from illegal mining concerns and the damage, I imagine, caused by adverse weather conditions.
Indeed, good morning to you, Ayanda, and to the viewers at home. As you correctly put it, the MEC of Finance, Bonakele Majuba, will this afternoon table the budget for the province, although we do not know how much has been allocated to the province, but we're going to hear that at 2 o'clock this afternoon. But just to speak to us about what we can expect, or just to paint a picture for us about what the budget looks like, is the HOD of the Provincial Treasury, Ms. Gugu Mashiteng. Ms. Mashiteng, thank you so much for your time and for joining us this morning. What can we expect? What does the picture look like in terms of budget? We do know that there are several issues: unemployment, there's issues of illegal mining in the province, there's issues of money not being spent correctly, especially in municipalities as well. But what can we expect?
Thank you, Sis Nhlanhla. Well, we can confirm that as a province of Mpumalanga, when the President visited us on the 8th of December, the Minister of Finance indicated before that audience that we are one of those provinces whose budgets and expenditure is well managed in the country. He gave us a good go-ahead. One of the things that he said was that our budget is stable. We are able to account for money that is given to us. We are able to direct resources where they are most needed, in line with what is expected of a provincial administration. And that was just him confirming what we know as a provincial. So what we can confirm is that the provincial fiscus, although we feel that we need much, much more than what we have, I think the basic rule of economic scarcity, but with what we have, we are able to direct it to areas that are a provincial priority. Those areas obviously would stem from what national government would set as priorities for the country. And as a province, we've always been able to then from there follow through and have our own provincial priorities, which would normally span over a period of 5 years. But as you know, we do have a long-term development plan of the province as well, which we review every 5 years. We have just concluded this process of reviewing the plan through the Mahotla that we have had as a provincial administration. Then from there, make those priorities to be annual priorities, which will be accompanied by an annual budget. So from where we are sitting, the budget that we have, we are directing it to the areas which are most needed. But of course, we must indicate as the provincial treasury that we need much, much more. That is why there's that constant call coming from our Honorable Premier, and as you will hear from the MEC as well, that for us to grow Mpumalanga, for us to make Mpumalanga work, we need collaborations. And our view of collaborations is not only from a premise that says let's take from the private sector, but it's a premise that says let's work together, let's collaborate. So that's the essence of the budget that we'll be tabling as a provincial treasury this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mashiting. Ayanda, as you have heard, the HOD of the provincial treasury saying that according to what the President told the department itself last year, that they are doing quite well in terms of budget. But of course, Ayanda, you mentioned certain issues that need to be tackled in the province. Of course, we're going to hear how this money is going to be allocated, especially to the Department of Health in the province. We do know that they have their own issues. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, we saw one of the biggest hospitals in the province, Robs Ferreira, did not have water. So they have infrastructural challenges. We also do know that another chunk of the money is going to go to basic education within the province. We do know that more schools need to be built within the province. We do know a whole lot more schools, Ayanda, need to be renovated, and also the issue of pit latrines, Ayanda. But also important is that also was mentioned during the State of the Province address by the Premier Nhlanhla Jele that the fresh produce market is ready. We do know that by April it's expected to start operating, and it's going to, of course, Ayanda, create more jobs for young people. So we're also going to hear later on in the afternoon how that money is going to assist young people, especially in the province. We do know that the province, the unemployment rate in the province sits at 36%, which is higher than the national rate. So we're also going to try and understand or get to a point where we hear how that money is going to assist in making sure that a lot of young people within the province are getting an employment, Ayanda, through this budget. And of course, how the various municipalities or various departments rather are going to be getting these funds which are going to be allocated to them and how they're going to use them. Speaking of municipalities, Ayanda, we do know that various municipalities within the province have their own challenges. I mean, in the Mbeki local municipality, we do know that they have sewer challenges. We do know that other municipalities are struggling with road infrastructure, with water, so we're going to hear, as Ms. Mashiting already alluded to, the fact that they need much more money than is being allocated to them. However, they are doing well in terms of managing the funds and ensuring that these funds are going to the right places.
All right, all very important issues indeed. Nhlanhla Jele, live to us there from Mbombela and Mpumalanga.